Dear Susan, the war is getting worse. The bastards are getting more and better weapons and making use of them. For the first week I was down here, the monotonous quiet of the river lulled us into a false sense of contentment that we had the VC on the run. The only way we could get him to fight was by going into his own backyard. We went into the backyard once too often. During the previous night, a VC platoon overran an outpost next to the riverbank and set up an ambush for our river patrol boats. The battle was terrible. Sue, I thought about keeping this whole thing secret until I got home, but I can't. This war is worse than any the U.S. has fought to date. I am closer to life and death every day than the majority of men are on their last day on Earth. My values are formed around one axiom: life. Dick Strandberg, River Patrol, Section 533, Mekong Delta.
For centuries, the Mekong Delta had been the water lifeline into the heart of Vietnam. A short hour's drive from Saigon, it was also the Viet Cong's backyard. In fact, Victor Charlie was so secure in the Delta that they used its villages as a rest area for battle-weary troops. Operation Black Hawk was planned to rob the communists of their safe haven. The mission of the operation was to search and destroy enemy encampments, secure his weapons, and to crush his defense.
Well, any given day seemed like a week, but we were involved mostly in basic guerrilla operations. Also considered what we would call pickups and paybacks. A pickup would be a rescue. A payback would be an assault, but it would be an assault by not an infantry outfit. It could be, as we recall back then, Sneaky Pete's. A basic guerrilla operation where you get into an area and you perform the assigned duty, which could be to put out anything from a supply source, a transportation source, or personnel.
The operations were fast, well-planned, and coordinated with American and Vietnamese Special Forces and Navy SEALs. Before a Black Hawk operation was launched, the insertion teams needed intelligence. This was gathered from two sources. One was from Kit Carson's. These were Viet Cong defectors who grew tired of life in the leech-infested swamps of the Delta and now operated as scouts for the Special Forces teams. The other source was from stay-behind teams. The stay-behind teams were like eagles that sat on a perch, surveying a specific area, waiting for enemy movement. When they spotted their prey, they would radio for support from an air-mobile Mike team to make a deadly strike from above.
801. I see what's happening. 905 people.
One of the most successful of the Black Hawk operations occurred in early December of 1966. Two platoons of Vietnamese Special Forces and their American Green Beret advisors attacked an estimated battalion of VC. The VC were taken by surprise by the fury of the Special Forces assault, but quickly recovered from the initial shock and struck back with a vengeance.
Hell was in session. Stuff was flying and men were dying. And as we pulled back,